Nothing better than a blow-torched wiener. Oh yeah. Hey everybody, my name's Andy. Welcome back to the Flat Thunder channel. Today, we're going to be illustrating this Bravex propane torch. This is my brand new Bravex brand propane blowtorch. Here is the owner's manual, which I definitely did not read, but I still have it just in case we need parts. This is the part number that was on the end of the box, if that helps you reference-wise. I'll leave a link to the item down in the description, just in case you wanted to purchase the exact same unit. This unit was designed to work with your standard 20-pound propane tank. It comes with a hose and a threaded connection. Now, the one thing to keep in mind, this threaded connection isn't your standard connection for your propane tank. It is, but it's not the one you're accustomed to. It doesn't have the big plastic nut that threads on this coarse external thread. This threads to the inside of this fitting. So you place it in there. Now, you're probably going to sit there and keep spinning this thing and spinning this thing. Well, that's because this is a left-hand thread. So it's backwards from your traditional thread. You will go lefty loose, or lefty tighty, righty loosey. So counterclockwise will tighten it up. This unit was actually nice enough to come with its own stamped wrench. So once you get it started, use the wrench to continue tightening the nut until it's nice and snug. You don't need to overdo it, but you do want to use the wrench because there is, I believe, a check valve in there that you have to compress with this fitting. This is the burner. You can see the brand name on the end there, Bravex. Now, I already used this unit before filming this video. That's because I never intended on making a video of this. I thought it was pretty basic, pretty simple, but I personally have never used one of these, and once I got it, I was so impressed, I decided, maybe some other people would want to try it too. Works great. I purchased it for burning weeds out of a rock driveway, and it just annihilates the weeds. Plus, I think it's a little bit of a safer alternative to using poison. You have your own opinion on that. Obviously, it's risky because you could light stuff on fire that you don't want to light on fire. So, if you're of the vintage of the Smokey Bear era, only you can prevent forest fires. This is a beard. I'm not a bear, but only you can prevent forest fires. So just be responsible. If you're burning stuff around, make sure that nothing catches on fire that isn't supposed to catch on fire, and be knowledgeable and aware of how the flame is pointed and how it will blow back or blow to the side or the left once it hits the ground. So this is the torch assembly. It has a valve to adjust the flow of gas to the burner, and then it has a piezoelectric igniter, just like your grill. So it's pretty simple. We made the connection, we tightened it up. It's a left-hand thread. Let's open up our valve on our propane tank. I'll open that all the way. Before you do that, you probably want to double check that the control valve on the handle is off, and then you want to just crack it just a little bit. So here's the trick. If you open the valve all the way, it's going to be a little bit difficult to start. So if you turn the control valve on and then off, and then try to light it as you turned it off, because what's happening is the pressure is too much from the tank and it blows itself out. So now you want to adjust the flame So when you depress this trigger, this is the accelerator, it basically increases the pressure of the flow. So it gives you a flame. As you can see now, I don't have the control valve turned on far enough to allow pressure there, and the flame doesn't change. So we're going to dial it up a little bit by turning it counterclockwise. That looks pretty good. That might be okay for most applications, but when I've been using it, I've been cleaning off the driveway, a lot of green, heavy brush and weeds that I want to make go away. Basically want to napalm them. Yeah! More power right there. Yeah! Let's go burn some weeds up. Here's where we were at last night in the dark. I wanted to show you what it looked like if you were burning in the dark. And we basically napalmed this whole area here. And I'll take you off of the base there and show you. This area to the right here, this is what it previously looked like, and this is what we cleaned up last night. I'll take you off and show you. So this is what it looked like before the burn, before we used the propane torch. See that heavy vegetation, all that green. And this is what it looks like after the burn. Now, as I mentioned previously, you will get some discoloration. No big deal. Doesn't bother me. But look at that. Next day, perfectly clean. No more weeds. Looks a heck of a lot better than what that area down here looks like. It's worth mentioning that this will consume a lot of propane. Now, the wise way to do this, if you wanted to conserve propane, would probably be to do a light burn to kill the vegetation, and then come back a couple days later and then burn it off the rest of the way. What I'm doing now isn't the most economical way, but I am just obliterating all the weeds, just burning it from green down to gone. So let's get to it and start working on a little bit more of this section. quick overview. This whole area from here down to the front edge of the gooseneck trailer there was completely covered in weeds. We just cleared off about 8 to 10 feet of it in 5 minutes. Completely gone. No more weeds. Slight discoloration. You kick those rocks around though, you'll never notice. Oh yeah. Propane torch also makes for a good fire starter. You don't have to get your matches way down inside there and try to reach that kindling that's way in beneath. You can just torch it. And you have areas like this where you have some ground covering weeds that are in your main driveway. This is what I bought this propane torch for. I think this is where this really shines. You can go through, you can just burn all this off so there's nothing left. Basically napalm this whole thing. So let's get to it. Let's clean off all this creeping vinage that we got here in the rock driveway. All right, I found the edge of the driveway again. We basically napalmed all those weeds. The best part about it is you get instant gratification. You don't have to wait for chemicals to suck in and absorb into the weeds and wait for it to die. It is dead and it is gone. Now you do get a little bit of discoloration in the rocks from the burning. I assume that'll go away in time, but for me, I don't necessarily care. My driveway edge is back. Again. Bravex propane torch here. Help me start this awesome little campfire we got going on behind me. Help me burn off all the excess weeds we had in the driveway. Make it a driveway again. I give this purchase a thumbs up. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Leave your questions and comments in that section below, and don't forget to tickle that subscribe button on your way out. Thanks for watching, everyone.